Look at this picture. $69 billion for only a cartoon monkey. Or check out this one. A random internet Dogecoin suddenly worth billions. Do you think Dogecoin is real money, or Shiba Inu works as the same way like Bitcoin? This is where most people get stuck in crypto. People making and losing insane amount of money are things that sound completely made up. You've probably seen this headline before or even thought about it. What the hell is actually going on here? Is any of this real, or is it all just internet nonsense? Let me be honest, it's not all nonsense, but it's also not all the same. There is a very simple rule that explains almost everything in crypto, and if you don't understand it, you are way more likely to get confused, misled, or even worse, straight up scammed. It comes down to the difference between two words that you've definitely heard it before: coins and tokens. Most people mix them up together, and that misunderstanding is exactly why so many people buy the wrong thing, lose money, or think crypto is just one big scam. Even if you've never invested in crypto, stick around and watch this video, because you are probably already interacting with it in your daily life without even realizing it. So let's go. Imagine you walk into a casino. At the door, you hand over some real money, let's say some dollars, and then they give you some chips. Inside the casino, these chips feel like real money. You can gamble with them, you can buy drinks, or you can tip the dealer. But here is the thing. Outside of the casino, they are worthless. You can't buy groceries with them. You can't pay the rent with them. They only work inside the casino. And there is something else people mostly forget. The casino makes the rules. They decide how many chips exist, what they are worth, and when they can change the rules. Now here's the chip. The casino is blockchain and the chips are tokens. They only work inside that system. They are built on top of the casino's rules. The casino decides what the chips are worth, what you can do with them, and when they can change the rules. But what about the actual dollars you used to buy those chips? Actually, those are the coins. Coins are native currency. They are not built on top of something else. They are something. For instance, dollars are native to US economy. They work everywhere in the US, not just in one casino. Coins have their own blockchain, their own home, their own rules. For instance, Bitcoin has the Bitcoin blockchain. It's like having your own country with your own currency. ETH has the Ethereum blockchain. Another country, another currency. And SOL is native to Solana. These are native currencies. They are used to pay transaction fees, reward the people running the network, miners, validators, and keeps everything running inside the system. Without the coin, the blockchain doesn't work. You can't have Ethereum without ETH. You can't have Bitcoin's network without Bitcoin. The coin and blockchain are inseparable. They were born together. Here is the test. If somebody says we are launching a new coin, ask them immediately, does it have its own blockchain? If yes, so it's true, it's a coin. If no, it's actually a token, pretending to be a coin. In crypto, coins are native currency of a blockchain, like Bitcoin, ETH, or SOL. And in comparison, tokens are the things built on top of a blockchain, like meme coins, NFTs, and game items. Think about your phone. Apple builds iOS. That's like the blockchain. Then millions of developers build apps on top of iOS. Those are like tokens. Instagram didn't need to build their own phone operation system. They just built an application that runs on Apple's platform. Same thing. Ethereum is a platform, and people with tokens on top of it are just some application. Let's have a look on some important and famous tokens on Ethereum. Stablecoins like USDC or USDT, they are tokens that represent dollars. NFTs, they are tokens that represent unique digital items. Game tokens, they are in-game currencies and items that use in games. Governance tokens, they are voting power in online communities. And of course, some meme tokens like Dogecoin and a million others. Anyone can create a token today in just less than 10 minutes for almost no money. That is why there are millions of tokens out there, and most of them are worthless or spam, and a few of them are just useful. In comparison, creating a coin with its own blockchain that takes years and millions of dollars. Because tokens are easy to create, so the system gets flooded. Attention becomes scarce, and the hype becomes profitable. That is why most tokens go to zero, scams thrive, and insiders dump on outsiders. So, just a quick detour. There are two types of tokens: fungible tokens and interchangeable tokens. If I have a $10 bill and you have a $10 bill, can swap and neither of us cares. They are identical, fungible. Most cryptocurrencies work this way. One Bitcoin equals to one Bitcoin. One USDC equals one USDC. So fungible tokens means that our tokens are the same and there is no difference between them. In comparison, we have non-fungible token, which means each token is unique. If I have the Mona Lisa and you have a different painting, we can't just swap and pretend they are the same because each one is distinct. This is what NFTs actually are. NFTs are tokens where each one is different. Now that you know the difference between coins and tokens, you can spot the red flags. If someone says they are launching a new coin, but it's just a token on Ethereum, they are either confused or lying. If someone says their token will definitely go up in value, just run. Understanding that the stuff isn't about becoming a crypto trader. It's about not getting played. Now you know coins are infrastructure and tokens are like applications. If someone lies about that, it's a red flag. Look, I know this word seems confusing. New terms every day and a lot of complex examples. But I believe crypto feels chaotic because no one explained the system. Here's the thing. You don't need to understand everything. You just need to understand enough to not get influenced, not get flooded. If this finally made crypto click for you, smash that subscribe. I break down confusing tech into stories that actually make sense. My name is Bella and see you in the next video next week.